I don't believe so, no.
Nothing, you just
No.
keep, it's just another.
No, I would probably not change anything, really.
Wow. Now,
Yeah.
we don't have a long time, but I was going to ask you, since I've not been married for 31 years, if I wanted to be as successful as you and be with Michelle Ann, Dewey's daughter, for 31 years, which would be till 100 years old for me, and then it would be done. Perfect timing.
Might happen.
Perfect. What do I need to know?
Well, I could come up with maybe a funny answer, but I might get in
We'll take
trouble,
funny, and we'll take funny, and we'll take trouble.
especially where it's now going to be in print, so I have to be careful. But I would honestly say that you have to have, dedication and a feeling for somebody that you care about, and realize that you can't do it on your own. So there's a lot of give and take, and you have to have some common goals, and I think that's very, very important. And if you don't have common goals, you should seek out some that are compatible to both.
Which you have found in learning bluegrass together.
Well, actually, we found several things. We ran a business for over 20 years together, and which is a feat in itself, trying to run a business and be married.
I remember that was
there's
concern.
if you look at statistics, it's a small ratio that makes it through that hurdle. So we've had some trials and tribulations or whatever, but we worked them out.
Could either of you tell us a trial and the other person tell us a tribulation?
Well, let's see.
You can pass on all of these questions.
Use the black one that you look at the audience.
I think
Oh, this one?
No, it's next to the
trial,
black and white TV, way in the back.
I think it's in your frame of mind, because it's how you
Yeah.
how you perceive what happens. When you're discussing things, you can turn anything into the opposite, a negative or a positive. So you have to have, like Dewey said, a lot of give and take in a marriage that's going to last. And then I definitely believe that you have to, like he said, have common goals or common things that you both enjoy in life.
So no one's going to can you give me a give or a take? I'll take either.
A give or a take? I guess I would say that we both like music, and we do a lot of that, and more so I think I've that was kind of my thing, but Ginnie has been real supportive in that, and so that's been real helpful.
Yes. So where did you two meet?
We met in Tuftonboro, New Hampshire.
Doing?
Well, just doing our lives. We were both divorced back in the mid-'70s, and we met through actually common friends.
Children, right?
Oh, they fixed you up?
Yeah, yes.
Yes? Oh, wow! Are you still friends with them? Are you still friends with these people? No, Jesus!
You know yourself, it's common knowledge that when people, or at least I think it's common knowledge, that when people get divorced, everybody is trying to pair you up, even your mother. So You know, that's, but we got lucky and, you know, we got together and things turned out great.
Wow. So where was that first meeting? What,
We have to tell them the story.
Well, actually, we met, I had a house.
The camera to look at the audience is next to the black and white one with the numbers in the window.
Oh,
I was trying to sell a house and
makes a
Ginny
difference.
was in real estate, and I had contacted her to come by and look at my house. And she came by and, you know, she looked at the property and whatever and discussed the pricing and all that. And but there's a little funny story there that I had a barn attached to the house, and I wanted her to go upstairs in that barn and look at
that wasn't.
look at a prospective add-on addition for maybe a bedroom or a playroom up in the barn, but she thought I was trying to get her up in the barn, so she didn't go.
That isn't the story I was going to tell.
That's my story.
Funny. Oh my God.
we have equal time. We have equal time.
That wasn't the story I was going to tell, but when I first heard from Dewey, my girlfriend at the time was saying, "Oh, I know this fellow that you have to just go out with." And I'm like, "No, I don't want to meet anybody." And she says, "Oh no, you know, he works with my husband and he's lots of fun and your personality would be great with him." And I said, no. And his name is Dewey Schou. And I said, no, I don't want to do that. You know, didn't want to do it. But anyway, about 2 weeks later, I get this phone call because she kept teasing me. "Oh, he's going to call." And I'd say, no. So anyway, I get this phone call and it said, "This is Dewey Schou." And I said, "Dewey Schou? Is this the real Dewey Schou?"
Wow.
And Dewey's on the other line going, "What's going on?" That's what I was going to say. It was kind of funny. I often think about that. Is this the real Dewey Schou?
So this is very revealing. We have two different stories
You remember
of how
the
they
other
met. We haven't a clue as to what really happened. Was it a real estate or was it a phone call?
Right. And then there was a date with all the children, because he had 2 children, I have 3. And so that's the reason why I went, because I said, okay, this is going to be a very safe date. There's going to be 5 kids there, you know. So.
Oh, that was the first date?
Yeah, that was the first date.
To look at his house?
No,
No,
we went
no,
because Dewey was into the motorcycle thing, and he was into enduros. So that's very family orientated. And so that's the very first date. We went on that big enduro.
Oh, so you said yes when he called on the phone?
Yeah.
Why did you say yes?
Because I said, hey, I'm in the back of my mind, everybody's telling me you gotta go do this and find out what
Wow.
But this is a very safe thing, and the kids are going, and
Uh-huh.
so it turned out great. We
Was
had
Was it a
great
weekend?
time.
Was it a whole weekend? So
You
it was
were there.
overnight.
Oh, you were there.
No.
Was this in the
No,
van?
this was in Ossipee.
In Ossipee, it was an Ossipee enduro.
Were you there?
I'm not
Yes,
sure
she
Shelley
was.
was there.
Yes, she was.
This is very revealing again. We have these 2 people still get along even if they can't agree on when and where
definitely
they
was
met
there.
and who was there. So that's very important. How to get along with each other is you can have different stories and it's still okay, I think.
You're
Yes?
absolutely right.
It's even more fun. We might even have to introduce them to each other. It's been 31 years. This is the real Dewey Schou.
Yeah, it's real Dewey. But he's been, and one of the reasons I think it's lasted, because he's always been the real Dewey Schou.
Oh.
Because he's always been honest, always honest. And that can't be, that's very,
Can't be faked.
can't be faked.
Wow.
Mm.
And what about your honesty, Ginny?
No, I don't know. You'll have to ask him. You'll have to ask him.
She's more than honest, for sure.
More than honest. This is
Yeah.
getting more interesting. What does more than honest mean?
Well, I mean,
Frank.
She
Well, really, really honest.
I tell it how it is, and I think.
Well, we've been having a good time, but we only have 2.5 minutes left. You have to each give us, if you can, one more example of how to make Michelle and my relationship last till I'm 100. This is
One
crucial.
more, wow.
We need, I might have to refer to this.
Oh, eat healthy foods
Yes.
and to make yourselves happy and enjoy each other.
How do you learn to enjoy each other, or when, or does it come natural, or do you
Patience.
have to? What would be one example of patience for enjoying, like during these questions for me? No.
Oh, I don't know. Let me see. One of the ways would be just to get up in the morning and see your spouse smiling and wanting to make her smile or him smile.
Oh.
Because the other person has to be happy if you're to be happy. I'm a strong believer of that.
That's a lot. Remember that, Michelle. You can only be happy if I'm happy.
Well, if you truly love each other, it's the truth.
So if I'm not happy, someone is not doing her job. Yes?
I have to say that it's everybody's
Job.
You could call it a job, but you have the right to be happy, and you should be happy. And if you're not happy, then find out why and move on.
We have still 30 seconds to give one example of finding out how to be happy.
So how about if we turn the tables and ask you that question? How are you going to make sure you're happy?
Make sure I'm happy. I get very unhappy. I'm like a wave. I get unhappy. I find sometimes lying next to Michelle, feeling unhappy, and just feeling it and listening to her breathing and maybe touching a hand. And it only takes about an hour or two for a little glimmer of happiness to come.
1 hour
Or two.
or two?
Yes.